It is not officially marked, and there are no clear signs on the ground. But people in Gaza often know exactly where it is, because getting too close can be extremely dangerous. Over time, this unmarked line has expanded, particularly along the eastern areas of the Strip, pushing Palestinians away from their land once they lived on, farmed, and worked. For many Palestinians, this is where the yellow line begins, an invisible boundary that is increasingly shrinking the space available for people to live. And in a place where most of the population has been already displaced, that loss of space is being filled every day. Across Gaza, nearly 2 million people have already been forced from their homes. Now, with large areas near the boundary effectively off limits, families are being pushed into smaller, more crowded spaces, often with little access to basic services.
Suddenly, while you're asleep, you hear the sound of bullets hitting the window and the tent. They pierce through the metal sheets, pass right next to you as you sleep. The exit from the other side. I'm afraid for my children when they go out to school. I have 2 daughters who are injured. I worry about them constantly, even when they just step outside the tent. You feel fear the moment they leave, that they might come back carried in bags.
Ibrahim lives in a tent with her son and granddaughters. She says the uncertainty of being too close to what people describe as a high-risk zone makes daily life even more difficult, where even staying still does not guarantee safety. For others, the impact is economic. Entire areas that once supported small businesses are now out of reach.
The danger is all around us. The aircraft are constantly bombing and firing randomly. 3 days ago, a young child was killed inside his tent. Where can we go? We would rather die on our own land, in our own tents, than rent a place from others. Where would we even get the money to rent? Before the war, we had jobs and sources of income, and we lived in our homes with dignity.
His shop now falls within a territory he can no longer access. Part of what many say is a growing area under Israeli military control. Along this line, there are also signs of what appears to be a more permanent military presence. Israeli forces have set up positions and posts in several areas, some of them used, people here say, as launching points for incursions into nearby neighborhoods. Local observers say this expansion is not only restricting movement, but also taking control of more land, preventing Palestinians from returning to homes, farmland, and property. For many Palestinians here, Israel's so-called yellow line is not just a temporary measure. It's increasingly shrinking the space where people live, reshaping geography and affecting lives, and deepening the sense that this displacement may be permanent. As this unmarked boundary continues to expand, the space available for civilians in Gaza is shrinking. And for those living here, the question is no longer just where to go, but whether there will be a place to return to at all. Hani Mahmoud, Jazeera, from Gaza City, Palestine.